High dependence on single-use plastics like sachets and pouches has led the Philippines to become a sachet economy that continues to worsen the alarming level of marine plastic pollution, currently estimated to be a staggering 163 million sachets every day. Luckily, you have the power to do something about this.
Zero waste. It sounds a bit too unattainable, right? Well, how about we just start by cutting down on trash, and with a little bit of planning, creativity, and a whole lot of discipline, we can definitely start to make a difference. Now, I am excited to share with you some easy tips and ideas so that you can get started on your low-waste lifestyle right now. I'm Paolo Abrera, and this is One Small Act. Enjoying an active lifestyle makes you very aware of the environment. I mean, being able to enjoy the outdoors and all the wonderful things that the world has to offer makes you realize how much it gives us. Nice! We often take, but rarely do we take the time to give back and nurture. Now, can you imagine a world without fresh air, a world without clean water, or a world without mountains and oceans? We actually take all of these things for granted, but we're headed there if we don't do our part and make some changes now. Now, I have been on a constant journey to a more sustainable lifestyle, and I've been at it for a while, and while I continue to learn, it was hard to get started, but I'm pleased to see that there are many developments in the sustainability space that make it easier for more of us to begin. Here's what I practice at home that you can adopt and practice for yourself. At our house, paper and plastic get segregated. And other recyclable waste such as used beverage cartons or other food packaging that needs to get washed and rinsed before they're sorted. Every couple of weeks, our recycling collector comes to collect the paper and plastic that we have cleaned and segregated. From here, it goes to their facility for proper processing. Now, they can do this for our little village because quite a number of households have actually committed to properly segregating their recyclables. Leaders in our community have organized this for our little village, and you can do this for your community as well.
This is an advocacy that we really love. We want to help the environment by doing our part. And the only thing we do is teaching the people here in our village to recycle, and then we do collect and help one another.
Because we started with the basura wire, that was a drop-off. And then when we got to know these people, they gave us their numbers, right? Yeah. And then, so we started a Viber group. That's the best way to get them to organize. And then after when we got in touch with them, then a Google form, easy, so things like that. The first thing is reduce. Please avoid using your getting plastics from the grocery. Use recycling bags first thing. And then when you go your meals, sana no deliveries. Sorry. If you can, no deliveries, or bring your own plates, spoon and forks, I do that, right? And then recycle. So if you cannot avoid using the wax paper, and then just bring it home and have it recycled. I know it's a big ask, especially for a start. It's a big ask, but you know, as you do it, you keep on doing it, you get used to it. It's a habit. It's something you have to, it's a lifestyle. Yep.
Many an expert would agree that it is our addiction to overconsumption that is the main cause for the accelerated change in climate. We tend to overconsume food, fashion, energy, and a whole lot more, without too much thought about the finite resources needed to generate these necessities. Nor do we give much thought to the amount of waste we generate when we do consume these things. Fact, we need to consume in order to live, but we can consume conscientiously.
Consuming only what you need is a great mindset to have. It helps you avoid one of my pet peeves, food waste. Keeping an array of storage options helps keep perfectly fine food from ending up in the trash. Nothing wrong with plastic, as long as it's not the single-use variety. And if you want an alternative, many people are turning towards old-fashioned glass storage solutions. When it comes to the problem of so-called fast fashion, adopting a mindset of investing in quality that lasts long ultimately saves you more. Take a look at your habits and see where you can trim the fat. Still receiving paper bills? Then it may be time to go paperless. When we return, we're going sustainable grocery shopping.
All right, reducing your waste in everyday living in the urban setting can be a little bit of a challenge, but with a little bit of planning, you can make a difference. Let's take today, for example. I'm heading out to do my errands. Top of my list is to do my groceries. Now, how did I prepare for this errand? Well, first and foremost, I made sure to pack my reusable shopping bags. That way, I get to avoid using the store-provided shopping bags. Now, when I get to the grocery itself, I'm going to make a few conscious decisions. The first thing that I do is to choose to buy things that are sold in bulk rather than individually wrapped items. That way, I get to avoid unwanted packaging. Another thing that I'll do is to choose to buy things that are fresh rather than processed. Fresh things are always better for you, and let's face it, the less packaging, the better. Now, if I know it's going to be a long day of errands, it usually means that I stop for a coffee, a little bit of a snack, some refreshments. So another thing that I'll do is to make sure that I pack a refillable flask of water. That way I avoid buying bottled water, which unfortunately usually comes in single-use plastic bottles. Now, if I know I'm going to stop for a takeout coffee, I'll bring a refillable tumbler. That way I get to say no to the disposable takeout cup. I'll even go as far as bringing my own reusable utensils, which helps me avoid the plastic disposable utensils that usually comes with a takeout meal. Planning, guys, that's all it takes. And if you do these things often enough, they soon become habits that you don't even need to consciously think about.
Making meals at home means you have greater control over what goes into what you eat, and portion size, so there's less food wastage. Plus, there's ultimately less packaging waste from meals that are freshly prepared at home. The net result? Home-cooked meals are often better for you and better for the planet as well. A waste audit will tell you how much waste you currently generate and how much you could be recycling instead. Keeping track of this information will keep your household greener and your waste easier to manage. Your waste audit should reveal the types of waste you produce most frequently and how many different types of waste you generate in a given week. Now take these trends and turn them into solutions.
Progress, not perfection. Living a low-waste lifestyle is all about doing what you can for today and committing to doing more tomorrow. And hopefully, this sparks inspiration in others. Because the more of us that make these little changes, the more we'll start to see just how much they really matter. This is Paolo Abrera reminding everyone that we may have a daunting task ahead of us, but we've got the solution as long as we all pitch in. And it all begins with that one small act.